Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. Continuing our challenge season here in season number 4. We're almost halfway. Actually, the next race will put us basically at the halfway point because it's the mid-race of the season. We're almost done with the factory. We started working on the design center. It's got 30 weeks left to go, so we got a long ways to wait for that. But, not bad to at least get it started finally. And I think once that comes in, we will start pushing a little bit more on actually trying. So I think this might be the last season that we are maybe intentionally, kind of being in the last place. So hopefully, if you bear with me for through this season, hopefully starting next season we'll have a little more kind of going for us. We have scouting slots available. Whoops, I should be doing this, especially anybody that has contracts ending soon, which I think we got everybody here. All right, so let's go through these guys. Plug in a bunch of U's, guys. Not a lot of drivers to scout anyway. There's a bit more up here at the top, which makes sense. These guys probably just got picked up on contracts that I haven't explored yet. I haven't scouted yet. So they have some pretty long contracts, most likely. All right, there we go. That's all the drivers we can scout. Car repairs finished. About to finish with the reliability work. And there it is. Performance work is about to be done as well. Yeah, so let's go ahead and plug in these, but we're going to let those trickle because I don't really need to focus on those. We'll finish the performance work. Oh, I can go ahead and start making parts. That's right. Derp. I should have done that already. We'll just start with the cheapest one here, brakes, because why not? I mean, we need everything, honestly, at the end of the day. So 25 to max looks good to me. If we can afford it, I'm tempted to do everything, like do a couple rounds of everything, but I don't know if we'll be able to afford it, both time wise and money wise. There's our upgraded factory, and which is awesome. Next factory's 35 million bucks. Wow. Wish it would tell us how much this thing costs, because I would love to know how much we had to save up for that, but we'll get there. 50 weeks. That takes an entire year, basically, to make. That is crazy. Oh, brakes are not actually done. Never mind. There we go. There's the brakes. And we'll design another part. We'll go ahead and we have just enough to do a suspension, I think. Yeah, I guess that one. Barely, but looks like we're going to be fine. And then let's go improve these parts as quickly as we possibly can, which would be the new brakes. One day after race, so we're actually going to be able to use this part, which is awesome. All the performance work is done, so we'll go ahead and plug those in there, but we're going to drag this all the way over. And yeah, our factory just is too good for us at this point because we're not going to have enough parts to improve to need to do anything. We're going to be basically sitting there doing a whole lot of nothing, which is okay. A couple more drivers getting scouted. Jesus, he's a pay driver. He's not the greatest driver in the world, so he's actually currently just about breaking even, which is interesting. He's also considering offers, apparently. But it also probably means that he wants more money than he's making now, which doesn't really help us. This is also a pay driver. Oh, wow, this is actually a pretty good pay driver because he's actually making his team quite a bit of money. All right, we've got some more pay drivers, I think. Oh, refocused. Well, looky there. I mean, it doesn't really help us because we're not using you for anything other than practice, but still not bad. Chaser, renewed path. It's a pretty good driver, other than feedback and consistency. Pretty good overall. Choosing a vote. No, I'm not going to choose a vote. I mean, I could potentially choose a vote that would help me make a little bit more money next year, but I still feel like it's just a bad idea. There's no guarantee. I don't know. If I had another race, in theory, that would actually pay for itself, but still just doesn't feel like it's worth it. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you 100,000 bucks. My bad. Still my friend. Suspension in 10 hours. Suspension is done. Improve parts. Improve the suspension. And we're still focused on reliability first, which is good. Honestly, I mean, it does speed it up if we trim these out, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just do that then. Munich. We're getting any more sponsors soon. Oh yeah, 3 sponsors after this race. That is really going to help us get some new parts. All right, let's fit some new parts here. So we definitely want this part for you. Still angry because you're just going to be angry apparently. And we definitely want this part for you. It's not that much better, but still better. Okay. Works for me. Looks like it's going to be heavy rain for this race. Well, if the forecast is accurate. If we actually start doing somewhat better, I might actually start locking in legit practice sessions. Like I said, I think next season's when we really start actually trying. I guess I can go ahead and do the weight stripping now. Maybe it makes some effect. Let's drop you down to 65, drop you down to 75, 75. Can't change that, so we'll just leave it there. Bump you up to 80 at least for the crucial parts. Yeah, 80 here. Probably 70. I think you can make that work. About the same performance gain for both of you, actually. Simulate the session. Like I said, if we actually start trying next season, because we've got the factory, we've got the design center, we've got all that stuff locked in, then maybe we slow it down a little bit and actually take it a race at a time and really try to push for some good times. We're doing okay on the times there for a minute, which was surprising. Okay, it's going to be rain. All right. Setups are still bad. Didn't make that much difference. All right, just lock in some of these things to get it at least a little bit locked in. Wow, it is going to get wet in a hurry. Although, looks like we can go at least 5 laps before we have to swap over to the wets, which is only going to be doing those for like 5 laps, and then we swap over to something for the last few, which probably those. So yeah, start with the inners, I guess. Which does mean we can go pretty hard and heavy because we're not going to we're going to be swapping off the tires and the fuel, honestly, before it really, like, anything really sinks in. Excuse me, a little hiccup there or something. So yeah, let's just plan on swapping maybe Perez at lap 5 and Fawcett at lap 6. Something like that. One good thing about wet laps is that sometimes that gives us an opportunity to pass people because they crash. So there's lap 3. Once we start lap 5, we'll pit Perez. So lap 4. And lap 5. So you're coming in for wets. And then, which is a little bit early for overall, but still going to be okay, I think. And as soon as we cross the line, Fawcett will come in for pitting. Fawcett, who's currently somehow in first place still, which is very surprising. Doesn't look like that makes a difference. And we'll still stay out on max, like red, because we're just going to be burning through these. We're going to be swapping these out here in a minute anyway. Although I have to keep an eye on her. She does not have near enough fuel. They messed up her fuel, which is very unfortunate. Somehow Fawcett's still in second place. Now she's in third. Okay, so she's dropping drop, which is unfortunate, but what you gonna do? As soon as the rain stops, we probably, like on lot 12 maybe, we probably pit Perez. Or maybe we'll go based off her fuel. So as soon as she crosses the line here, we'll schedule her pit. And we'll bring her back down to mediums, I guess, because she's going to have like 13 laps left, right? Yep. Oh, there's not enough fuel. Well, we're going to have to pit for fuel later in the race then. Or maybe we schedule it, we plan on doing an extra pit then. Maybe we just go softs. Throw an extra pit. Go crazy on things. I don't know. It's an idea. As soon as Perez pit, as soon as Fawcett crosses, we'll go ahead and pit her as well, because I think it'll start to get dry enough. It's a little bit early, so maybe it's a mistake, but I think it'll work out. Alright, so if we're going to be pitting you in anyway, let's go and overtake. Let's really push it as much as we can. I'm just going to try a strategy of just leaving it on red. I don't know. I think it's a bit of a mistake because it's starting to burn the tires down pretty quickly, but let's just go for it. We're going to be getting another pit stop in here anyway. Oh, driver mistake. Big time driver mistake. Go Fawcett. Go Fawcett. Go Fawcett. Go Fawcett. Alright, we need to go ahead and pit Perez. 9 laps remaining. We're going to have to start settling down a little bit more. I think she needs to go mediums. I think Fawcett can go something different. 8 laps remaining once we're done, so we'll just drop down a little bit less fuel. Parts are looking good. None of this matters. Fawcett should have at least one more lap in, maybe. It's dropping pretty fast. Honestly, we're going to go ahead and pit Fawcett now, because we're going to need one more pit anyway, so that part's irrelevant. We won't be able to push as hard if we go softs, but we'll just be a little bit safer with our strategy. Just a little bit more fuel. Do something like that. I don't know, because I really want to push her hard. Keep her going on the high engine speeds. I mean, this extra pit might cost us everything, which is what it is. I'm just going to set you in because I don't want to have to. I could probably at least go high. Alright, so we're going to drop you down to push. Really keep an eye on Fawcett here. I think the extra pit stop's going to do us in, but it was kind of cool to be, look, what, 11th place before that extra pit stop? It felt pretty good. Gotta conserve the tires. That fuel is dropping crazy fast. The tires starting to come down a little bit. 15th. I mean, it's some progress, all things considered. Especially considering we did an extra pit stop. I'm impressed. We're going to have enough fuel for this last lap. And we're going to hold on to 15th. I'm pretty happy with 15th if that's the case. Yeah. That's not bad. We're not far off of our sponsor objective here. I was with really pushing hard too, so maybe we can start getting some money off this last little bit. If we can start getting some sponsor objectives for this last half of the season, man, that's a couple $100,000 extra. Actually, if we did the last 5 races and got 200,000 bucks, that's an extra million. Not bad if we can pull it off. Looks like being very aggressive is actually the right way to go, though. That extra pit stop. Looks like we were able to make up that with just being aggressive with the speed. And we're going to get some better parts, too. I mean, as time goes by. As we can afford them. In fact, we'll go build some right now. This is only the first race of this episode. Actually, I lost track of time. Yes, yep. So we got 5 races left. We do want to go ahead and build another part. Let's go ahead and build us a gearbox, please. I mean, I would love to do the risky one. I really would love to do the risky one. I think we have to. We at least got to get that locked in. If we have time to do another one, then we will, but at least got to get the risky one locked in just so I have a better part for next season. And one risky part really isn't that risky, to be fair. It might be worth still equipping. I don't care about your interview. Don't think it really applies to us, and it does make any difference. I mean, it can help the morale and stuff like that go up, and it help the team, you know, marketability go up, but honestly, I don't think it matters that much. Don't think our team marketability is going to go up that much higher than it already is. Yokohama expert. Alright, so cars repairs are done. This is going to get done pretty quickly here. In fact, we can go ahead and plug these back in, I think. Just make sure the reliability gets capped off, then it'll focus on the performance after that. That should be good. Sponsors, we are starting to get some sponsors in. Not enough yet to pick. Still only 2 offers available. Scout report done. Sergey. He's a mentor, which again would be good to have as a reserve driver at some point. Successful designer. Good marketability. I need to check the pit crew. Pit crew, how y'all doing? Not too good. Looks like we're gonna have to hire somebody else. Probably at least one other person. Probably 2, because we can swap you in for something. Looks like we can swap you in for, well, swap you there, and then maybe just swap you in here. But we are going to need at least a better, maybe front jack, better refueling, something like that. There's a rear jack. There's a front jack that's not terrible. So swap you in up there, and then just whatever else we can get at this point, because definitely don't want reds. Guess we'll take the rear jack, because at least it's something. And you know, some of the other stats aren't terrible. Swapped in for rear jack. Can we put the rear jack somewhere else? We can put it on fixing. And then you're just really bad all the way around. We really don't need you at all. How are you so bad? How do we even have you? I don't remember. Did I hire you, or are you just like a default one that we got? Because I don't remember hiring you. Well, in that case, actually, what we want to do is burnt out. Ouch, that's not good. At least you're still good on the mistake side of things. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do here then. I don't know. I mean, it's not great, but at least I don't care about the fixing as much. So if that's a little bit low, it's not the end of the world. There's gotta be something else I can do here, right? Putting a 13 down here and getting a 9 there is not a bad swap. That actually helps us a little bit. All right, we'll go with that. Looks like we do have some sponsor objectives now, or sponsor people here now. 10th or above, 4 races, 400,000 per race. Oh no, sorry, if we get 10th or above, sorry. 11th or above. So none of these are likely. So we're just going to take whatever's the most up front, which is pretty normal for us. It's not a lot of money, to be fair. Same thing here. Obviously, none of these are possible. Would be awesome to get a first place finish and get 1.7 million. So there's some incentive for really pushing the parts in next season and really trying to go for some good rankings. Again, none of these really matter, so we'll take the 1 mil. So this becomes 1 mil for 8 races, 250 or 125,000 per race. This is 750 per race, which is that's the same thing. These are identical. So it really makes no difference. The only reason, in that case, I'll probably take the shorter one because there's a chance we might just get a better offer later because they're identical. Otherwise, we'll do that. We're still working on, yes, that. We'll do an engine here in a moment. Scouting report finished. Pablo, renewed passion. I think we're done with all our scoutings, aren't we? Nope. Nope, we still got a few more. Hey, I'm actually getting a praise letter. Usually it's like, please improve this. Your headquarters is terrible. But we actually have somebody telling us a good thing for once. All right, we're going to design this on engine now. And again, it looks like it's going to be a, this is 174 and this one's 189. Yeah, I was going to say this is better. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then improve parts. All the reliability work is done. Well, except for this, but does that really matter? Because that's going to be for next year, probably. Yeah, probably. So it means we don't really have any major new improvements for our car this season. But, you know, here's what it is. I will probably go ahead and make some more parts, though, towards the end. I mean, if we have time. I think we have time, yeah. We'll probably still make some more parts. Because why not? At least until we can see how much that car factory is going to cost. Once we know how much that's going to cost, then we'll save up some money for that. But especially if we can see how much it gives us as well, because we can't even see how much it's going to pay us. If it pays us like $50,000 a month or a race or something like that, which I can't imagine. That feels so low. I'm hoping it pays us a decent amount. Going to do the weight stripping. Drop you down to about 75. Actually, you guys go to about 65. Honestly, we'll just apply it. We're going to go a little bit risky. I know this, with her having, this car having nurse, we'll be able to push it a little bit more. But I think even with 65 and something like that, I think this car will be fine. I think. We'll find out. Why are you getting so much performance compared to this one? It's just because it's just better parts? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it is because it's better parts. All right, we'll go with it. Tempted to actually do the practice session. I feel like we actually have a chance. Although we moved the sponsor objective up to 10th place now instead of 13th. So no. Since it's 10th now, I don't know that we have a chance after all. I think we could get 13th. Maybe. Maybe. But 10th is a bit of a stretch. I'd be happy with another 15th place finish. Tells we're making some improvements. This is without even really trying, which is crazy. Once we actually start trying, I think we're going to storm this league. Any rain or anything? I think I'm just going to plan to really push the cars again. Tempted to go with this, but I think Nurse is enough. I don't think we had any problems last race, so we'll go with that. Yeah, let's try that out. That might be alright. Although we're currently on Super Softs, so maybe it doesn't help us. I mean, if we're going to pit 3 times, if that's going to be our new plan, then yeah, let's just go with whatever the fastest tires are. Any rain? Nope. I may have you do the other strategy though, just so I'm not like focusing on 2 different people at the same time, because you're not going to place very well anyway. So I think we'll go slow and easy with her, go with an extra pit stop on April, and try that out and see kind of what the difference is. I mean, we know April's a better driver in a better car, so she's going to be better anyway, but I'm hoping it's not by like a massive margin. We'll see. Which strategy. Or if Perez ends up being better, then we'll know that the extra pit is not a good idea. I'm going to drop you down because we are going to start conserving. Keep you high. Alright, you're getting pretty high on the tires. Still get pretty high on the tires. How warm is it? Pretty cool. So I think neutral should bring the tire temperatures back down again. Being very, very aggressive here though. So we're going to have to pit you here in just a moment. Can we make it one more lap? Barely. I mean, I think we're starting to degrade already, but we'll go with it. Go back to attack. You're good for... You good for another lap? Not quite. Can I like drop down to low for just a second? Okay, I'll drop you down to medium. You're good for another lap. Yeah, we'll go soft. I mean, we can push a little bit more. This is your first pit, so you've actually got... You're doing all right, I guess. And April's not doing good, to be honest, so maybe it was a bad strategy. At least now we know. Yeah, she's way back there. I mean, Perez is further back, but... Oh, we can go up high. But that's expected. Alright, so you're going to pit this next lap. I mean, again, I don't think the strategy is working out after all. I think it only worked out last time because it was I mean, we could just go straight to these and just coast it in for this last bit, and that'd be one more pit stop. That's it. Since the strategy doesn't seem to be working, maybe we will. Go high and push for now. Keep an eye on Perez over here. Ooh, somebody crashed. That's not good. Yeah, Faucet's way back there. Oh, another person crashed. Wow. Fine, we get a safety car. Okay. No, not really. I don't think it's really going to help us. I mean, you can go ahead and pit. I guess. I'll leave you by on softs. I'll fill you up. That way you can maybe push a little bit. That's going to be fine. You literally just pit, so it's not going to help us at all. Getting one more lap of fuel and a little bit of tires, I don't think it really helps us. Alright, just keep an eye on the excess fuel and kind of go from there. Don't think our strategy made really any difference, to be honest, so it's worth a shot. And it may be too early in the process of, you know, where we're at with our cars and stuff like that to even make it worthwhile. I mean, if we were really pushing our strategy the way I was planning, we would have been pushing even more with Fawcett right now, and then we'd be pitting right about now. But I don't think she's making up even a 15-second gap or anything like that she's got currently with the people in front of her. We're already lapped. I mean, look how bad it is. Hey, we made 16th. By default. Alright, well, it was an experiment. It works for the rainy days because we were able to plan out when to swap based on, you know, obviously our forecasting center and stuff like that. But I think for just the pure dry ones, we're just not fast enough. Mechanics unlock the mechanic bonuses when a relationship with the driver is strong. Yep, that makes sense. And we're getting there. We're about to get to nurse on this one, which is going to be really, really helpful. Morale is terrible. Sorry, I'm not sure why. I know we had a couple things that we weren't happy about, but wow, it's really bad. Team marketability is pretty solid right now. In fact, I think it's capped at 80%. All right, well, there's our save, and that is our second race for this episode. Really not much else to do. Just finish off these last couple of, last 4 races or so. Try to improve as many parts as we can going into next year, and then it is what it is, after that. So, but anyway, I do appreciate you watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.